What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tarps Off. Today I want to do a Canucks related video. So I got my Besser jersey on. Still think they should keep him. Don't want to trade him. I love this guy. He's great. This is going to be related to warm-up jerseys. So in previous years, whenever there's been like a special night like Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, I think Vegas has done Cinco de Mayo, Hockey Fights Cancer. A lot of teams have brought out a special warm-up jersey that they wore during the pregame warm-up. So the Canucks, rather than just stick with like a recolorized logo or just their normal logo slapped onto a different colored jersey, they knocked it out of the park this year. Brought in a few different artists to design the jerseys. So I'm going to go through all 10 of them that they came out with this year. If I miss any, feel free to let me know in the comments, but these are the ones that I specifically remember. So starting off with, we got the Hockey Talks jersey. So the Canucks had a player named Rick Rippon who actually committed suicide due to depression. And so they have t-shirts that have 37, which was his number, RYP underneath. But this season they actually came out with a full jersey that they worn during warm-up. So it's the stick and rink design. Without the stick, it's got 37 written in it, like I mentioned, as you can see, with the Hockey Talks logo on the shoulders. Just normal blue color, really nice. And I did get an opportunity to see a couple of these in the Canucks team store, so they're pretty cool. Next we got the Black History Month warm-up jersey. So that's a all black jersey, so you can see the Canucks orca, I guess muted down, there's no white outline, and it's got red, yellow, and green checkerboard African pattern along the tail, and the shoulder patch has the same design around the border of the stick and rink, and the stick is black as well. Or just a little bit of gray in there. Has got Black History Month on the right shoulder, or the right breast right here. Yeah, this one is really cool. Michael Bublé, actually, he was at that game, which was the 7-1 drubbing of Calgary when they wore the black skate, and they're actually doing that against the game against Seattle tomorrow, as of filming this. So April 26th, they'll be wearing that again. Yeah, so Michael Bublé has one of these jerseys, and there's a really cool picture of him standing between Brendan Batchelor and Corey Hirsch for the Sportsnet 650 radio broadcast. So he was there talking with them for a bit. But yeah, really nice jersey, really nicely designed, and they came out with t-shirts and stuff too. Next up we got the Diwali jersey. I mentioned this way back when. Full yellow jersey with the stick and rink with some South Asian designs on it. The shoulder patch is a V with a flame on it. Again, the Canucks do have a video explaining what all of this means on their YouTube channel, so go check that out. But that's just the yellow one. Not a huge fan of this, because yellow isn't really incorporated like Canuck. It isn't associated with Canucks a lot, aside from the yellow flying skate, and I believe the yellow flying V as well. They had those, which I'm not a huge fan of. But yeah, that's the Diwali jersey. The next was the Community Heroes jersey, a nice light blue color scheme. They had the artists, I don't know the names, but except for one. They had the artist basically make the orca cartoon-like a superhero character. The shoulder patches are just like a standard Superman diamond shape, like his logo, with I believe 3 people in it and some lightning bolts. Lightning bolts is just cartoon superhero stuff, with a stylized number on the back, and yeah, a decent thing. It's got Community Heroes written in the tail. I believe the Vancouver skyline during towards the center of the orca. The mountains, then 3 lightning bolts up top. So yeah, decent jersey there. Light blue is interesting. I still like the royal blue they have now though. Alright. Next up, we got the Pride jersey. This one is crazy. It's insane the amount of detail they put into this one. White base color. And they've got the orca with a bunch of like pastel watercolor designs on it. So like ocean, ice, land, mountains, sky, sunset, whatever thing. And each of those sections represent a distant part of being like part of the LGBTQ plus community. And for the shoulder patch, they got two orcas in the same colors dancing around each other. So I'll have pictures of these put up so you can see what I'm talking about. That was really cool. Crazy fact though, the Demco, because they auction all these jerseys off after they've been worn, and they're signed by each player, and I think the proceeds go to charity. But the Demco one sold for, what was it? I think it was like $275,600, something like that, which makes it the second most expensive jersey ever sold at auction of all time. I think the first one was a Paul Henderson Team Canada jersey from the Summit Series versus the USSR. And then the third one is a Bobby Orr rookie jersey for Boston. But this warm jersey sold for over $250,000. It's insane. Next up, we got the Armed Forces Appreciation Night. This one was a new design that was worn by all the teams, just with their respective logos on it. Recolorized orca on a olive background with camouflage on the sleeves, along the bottom, and a black shoulder. And for each player, they would also have a nameplate, like B. Besser for Besser. The Canadian flag on one shoulder. For the US students, they have the US flag, and they're like Velcro removal patches. And the other shoulder, a similar patch that's Velcroed on. It says I salute, and you can write a name in there. If you have a member of your family serving the armed forces, you can do that. But they wore these, every team had the same general design. I don't like this one as much as previous years. The other ones were, I think, nicer. But yeah, it's fine. So that's the Armed Forces one. Next up, another design worn by most of the teams in the NHL, all of them. Yeah, very similar. Is the Hockey Fights Cancer jersey. So white base with lavender, pink, purple, whatever, on the sleeves, along the bottom, and the collar. And the orca is recolorized here. I really like these ones. I've tried to find one and get one off Adidas, but they're out of size 50, unfortunately. It's too bad. Maybe I'll get one next year. We'll try. Not an auction though, because they do sell these ones, like this one, the Military Appreciation, and the St. Patty's Day one, which I'll get to in a second. They sell those for retail price on Adidas. And it's got a little tag at the bottom, like the old Reebok jerseys. That says I fight for. So same deal with Military Appreciation. You can write someone who's fighting cancer in that thing. Next up, we got the Canucks First Nations jersey. So orange base coat to go with the orange shirt theme, to recognize the, I believe, 215 unmarked graves found at residential schools in Kelowna. If you're not from BC, you might not have heard about this, but you probably have, because it was a big news theme. Yeah, so they did that, and they had First Nations artists design this. They had the colors of the Musqueam First Nation and Costa Salish colors, artwork and stuff on it. Shoulder patch is Every Child Matters, and the border around that shoulder patch was also placed on the numbers on the back as well. So yeah, cool jersey. The orange is interesting. I don't know if I necessarily get one of these, but it is a good tribute to those poor souls who died in the residential schools. Next up, St. Patty's Day jersey. So recolor a stick and rink, orca, to make it green and white. Green base coat, a little bit of plaid around the arms, and a shamrock on one shoulder. And the cool thing they did with these ones is they made the names of the players. So take Bo Horvat for instance. They had it on the back. It would be O apostrophe Horvat, so O Horvat. I tried to make the last names a bit more Irish. These are interesting. They're okay. I wouldn't really get one, but yeah. So next up we got the Chinese Lunar New Year jersey. And I have my take on it. So it's got the, this was designed by artist Trevor Lai, he's a Chinese artist, and it's got the tiger jumping out of the waves. In there. It's got the entrance to Chinatown in Vancouver on the shoulder. And yeah, this is just something that I made, so it's not the actual one. I'll throw a picture of it here. But it's got the Adidas logo on the left breast and the NHL logo where it normally is. Mine doesn't have it. But it turned out pretty nice actually. I've had used it on myself. And the numbers were, I believe, red outlined in gold, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's all of them. I really think, because in previous years all they've done is just like throw their normal logo, like just this one, on a red jersey, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's a bit of a disconnect. So they absolutely killed it with these ones, every single night. And yeah, I just wanted to commend the Canucks for that, because it was really sick. Yeah, anyways, that's going to be it from me today. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Torstop57, as you can see. Absolutely smash that like button. Subscribe if you feel like it. You can also go follow me on Instagram at Tarbs_off57 and on Twitch at glove604. And that's going to be it for me. I will see you guys next time.